Picture this. Avengers 4 comes out. The movie starts. It shows the Marvel Studios logo. No music, no nothing, just the sound of empty space. We then cut to the Soul World, and we hear the voice of Doctor Strange saying something along the lines of, "Now, do you understand?" He is speaking to an unknown person, and the person across from him says, "I think so." We then cut to an over-the-shoulder shot, and reveals that the person he's talking to is Lewis. The bongo drums start up, and the camera zooms in as he says, "But let me say it back to you just so I fully get it." And then he proceeds to recap all of Infinity War.
You go low, I'll go high.
I have wings. Why would I go low?
We're gonna die. I don't wanna die. We didn't die! Hey, what'd I miss? We were just tiny!
It takes two to make a thing go right.
Hello there everybody, it's me, the Canadian Movie Buff, with a review of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Taking place 2 years after the events of Civil War, Scott Lang is under house arrest and has nearly completed his sentence. Everything seems to be going well until Hope Van Dyne and Hank Pym bust him out because they think he may be the key to help getting Janet Van Dyne out of the quantum realm. The only thing in their way is an assassin with facing powers known as Ghost.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
I knew this was going to be a really funny movie. I mean, it's Paul Rudd. He was Chris Pratt before Chris Pratt was even a thing. Plus, after the shock and awe of the last MCU movie, I think we needed something that was a little bit lighter in tone and didn't have as many stakes. Sure, they're helping someone break out of a place that they thought was impossible to get out of, but it's not as intense as, say, saving the universe or preventing a worldwide uprising. It's a nice distraction from all the big things going on in the MCU, even if it does feel a little bit like filler.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
The real strong point of this movie is the interaction between all the characters. Hank, Hope, and Scott share this very dry and wry sense of humor, Scott being the butt of almost all of their jokes, with Scott usually deflecting it with a snarky remark. That's how you can tell a sequel is starting out on the right foot. It feels as if we never left the characters. The scenes in the quantum realm are really good as well. Much like the first Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, and Thor movies, it opens another corner of the MCU. We may not think of it now, but this could be this first stepping stone to parallel universes, alternate timelines, alternate realities, that whole mumbo-jumbo. Also back along for the ride are Michael Pena as Luis, T.I. as Dave, and David Dastmalchian as Kurt. These guys have founded a security company called XCon, which, as the title suggests, specializes in hiring ex-convicts and getting them back on their feet. This is what makes these guys more than just funny comic relief, but also decent human beings. It's an expansion of their character and showing that they're good people at heart. Also, very progressive of the Marvel brand portraying Russians as good guys. It's a funny coincidence that the chemistry between the actors and characters is the thing that drives this movie that heavily deals with science.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
Unless it's The Winter Soldier or Age of Ultron, Marvel's first sequels don't tend to be as good as the original. Yes, I said Age of Ultron is a good sequel, fight me. A lot of the time, the jokes will get a light chuckle at most. And plus, there are a couple of running gags that kind of go on for too long. For example, Randy Park as FBI agent Jimmy Woo, who keeps busting into Scott Lang's house to make sure he isn't skipping out on his sentence. You know what they say, a joke gets less funny every time you repeat it. Now, people were really ranting and raving about how Evangeline Lilly was amazing as the Wasp. While I can't say I disagree with that statement, I felt like some of the high praise may have been a bit embellished. It's perfectly fine, it's just not as mind-blowingly epic as some of the early reviews hinted at. We also have another villain in the movie, a southern gangster played by Walton Goggins. He's been selling the parts that Hank and Hope need to build the gate to the quantum realm, but now that he's found out what they're actually up to, he wants a piece of the action. He shows up near the beginning, but then he kind of disappears and then reappears at the climax. It feels as if he was only in there because it was the movie's way of reminding you, oh yeah, Walton Goggins is in this. Speaking of actors who are most likely cast because they wanted to put their names on a poster, Lawrence Fishburne plays as a scientist who helped Hank Pym back on a date on a project called Goliath. Much like some of the other big names in the cast, Lawrence Fishburne is fine in the part. I wouldn't mind him suiting up and becoming Goliath, but it feels as if Marvel needed to tease Goliath somehow and they felt like this was the best way to go around it. There's also a scene near the very end During the final battle that just... I won't spoil it here, but when you say it, it'll make you go...
That's just lazy writing.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
The main purpose of Ant-Man and the Wasp was to explain why Scott Lang wasn't in Infinity War, and also to provide some fluff between the closing chapters of a 10-year saga. There isn't much to talk about, it's just an alright movie that suffers from being an average sequel. It's a fun time, just don't expect it to be on the same caliber as Black Panther or Infinity War. In the end, it is a pretty good time and worth checking out at least once in theaters. Alright, that's my review of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Leave your answer by commenting down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you're new here. And as always, this is the Canadian Movie Buff saying I hope you had a fantastic weekend at the movies. See ya!